in January, gyms typically see an uptick of people walking through their doors, many thanks to the New Year's resolutions. But while lots of people are there to try and get in better shape, some see it as an opportunity to steal. Ed Fritz is the crime prevention supervisor for the Boise Police Department, and he joins us now to talk about how to stay safe at the gym. So Ed, what type of crime are we talking about here?
A lot of these are property crimes or financial type crimes. And so outside the gyms, we see vehicles getting broken into where they're targeting purses, they're targeting wallets, typical things we'll leave in our car when we go out, we go inside to work out. Inside, the same type of things where they're targeting purses and wallets from locker rooms, from other areas where we leave our things. But even we see people steal people's keys from inside gyms too, and those can lead, the financial crimes, lead to the property being stolen, or even lead to crimes of identity theft.
So then how can people keep their belongings safe while they're working out at the gym?
When we're talking about vehicles, the best thing you can still do is to lock those things up. And so if you can remove your items, they're much safer with you inside the gym than they are left in your car, even if they're hidden on the front seat. If you have to leave things in your vehicle, the trunk somewhere out of sight is going to be best for that. So inside the gym, we always want you to use a locker and make sure it's good and locked so things are secure that way, because we've seen cases before of people not even knowing they become a victim because people have taken wallets, credit cards out of there and stolen the financial transaction card, taking pictures of those without people knowing.
So what are Boise Police doing right now to combat this problem?
We work with all members of the community, from the other law enforcement agencies to the gyms themselves, on sharing suspects, sharing case information on what they should be seeing, trends, doing things that we can use to help educate themselves, educate their members to prevent these thefts. And most recently, before Christmas, we had an arrest where local law enforcement agencies were able to communicate the activity that was going on between them, work with the gyms, and then one of the gyms was actually able to call in the thefts in progress, where we were able to apprehend a group that was out of town here, specifically targeting gyms for smash and grab type thefts.
From the gyms to car thefts, we talked with you previously about auto thefts and how cars are stolen when people leave them running to warm up. Can you update us on what you've seen so far this winter?
Luckily, even with all the cold weather that we have not seen any reports of that. So we feel very fortunate and very glad that people are, doing the little things they need to do to make sure they're safe, make sure their vehicle stays safe. But unfortunately, still from time to time, we do see vehicles get stolen. We see a few reports the past couple of months where keys have been left inside of vehicles and the vehicles have been left unlocked.
Wow. Well, a lot of good information there. Thank you so much, Ed Fritz with the Boise Police Department, for joining us here today. All right, well, still to come here on the News at Noon.